You did everything that you had to do in order to make a good life for yourself and your family. You pulled yourself out of that situation that you were in years ago. You weren't in a good place. You were struggling. So you had to do a lot of things. You had to do the education, start a career, move to a different region, move to the city, or move to an English-speaking country to finally make something of your life. And you made it. It's been 10, 15, or 20 years, and now you can look back and say, yeah, I've done it very well, you know? And you're a responsible person. You think about others too. You think about your elderly parents, your family members, your friends, and some of them might be living here in the community, in the larger community, of your ethnic origin perhaps, right? And you're always helping them because that's what a good person does, right? But on the occasion, something inside of you irks, something tells you, hey, this is perhaps not right, I'm always there for them, but I feel like they're not really, there for me. But then you're telling yourself, no, stop thinking these things. It's not good. That's not what a good person does. And so life goes on, and you just keep thinking about others more than yourself. You put other needs above your own. So you don't give yourself a lot of things because others deserve more than you do. And you've already done well enough for yourself, right? And life goes on, and this resentment, it builds inside of you. It doesn't sit well with you. But you can't do anything about it because it's just life. It's just the dues that you gotta pay for living here, right? And being part of that community. Guess what? It doesn't have to be that way. I've been there and I've done that. I've had that guilt. Let's call spade a spade. It's the guilt. We can call it responsibility or being a good person, or that's what a good guy does. But what it ultimately is, deep down inside, it's guilt. And guilt is one of the most, one of the strongest emotions. And by making someone guilty, you can make them do what you want, right? And that's how probably you were raised. You probably don't even remember it, but you were probably told things as a kid such as, hey, why are you doing that? Look at him, look at your brother, look at your sister, the way they're doing things. You should be like them. Or why you're making them feel bad? How come that you think about your own needs first? You have to think about your little brother or little sister. And so slowly but surely over time, your own needs got suppressed. And probably even now, you don't even really know what you really want in life. You kind of have it all. You have it all sorted out for your wife, for your kids, for your parents, and you are just a money-making machine? A guy who pays the bills? Who are you really? What do you really want? What do you feel inside? If you start asking yourself these questions, probably you won't even know what to say because you've stopped feeling your inner core all those years ago, since they put that guilt in you. And I'm not blaming anyone. I'm not saying that your parents or caregivers were bad people. It's just the way a lot of people have been brought up, and it's just the reality of life. It's about now. It's about how you live now. Do you want to carry on living with these emotions, with these destructive emotions? With these emotions that drive you, put others' needs first, always, and put your needs last? That's how you burn out, slowly but surely, because you're constantly doing stuff for others. You have a massive to-do list. You are running errands. You have your daily job. You're working overtime. Then you have to go to someone and do something for them. And there's always someone on the phone asking you for stuff. And you're probably a very knowledgeable IT person, so you are always there to help others with IT related stuff, fixing laptops, whatever, any IT problem, they call you. And you feel kind of useful, but at the same time, you're stressed out, you're burning out. All of those things go together. The source of it all is inside of you. It's your emotional world. And this guilt, which is a very strong emotion, needs to be dealt with if you want to finally start feeling free and feel that weight just lift off to your shoulders and start breathing and feel like a sovereign person, like a true sovereign individual. And I'm not saying that you don't have to help others. I'm not saying that you don't have to be a reasonable person and just become this crazy person who just thinks about himself or herself all the time and just forgets about others. Obviously, we are part of a society. That's always the case. But there's always these red lines. There's always the no that you gotta say sometimes. When this distant cousin of yours calls you and asks you for an additional small loan, you suddenly will be able to tell him no. Sorry, dude, but I can't, and that's all. And that ability to say no only comes when you've dealt with that emotional background that you've been carrying with you like a dead weight your entire life. So it's a question of how long you are still willing to wait and put up with it.